Hello, my name is Victoria Carter, otherwise known as Lynne. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what's called a coronal mass ejection, or CME. These coronal mass ejections are very, very dangerous nowadays. They are very powerful sources of energy shot out from the sun in waves into the universe and beyond. These things, they happen all the time in varying lengths and strengths. They're like snowflakes. They're always different from each other. Not a single one is ever the same. These coronal mass ejections tend to hit planets. They often hit Earth about every few weeks, but most of the time they are very small and cannot be felt on Earth. The probability of these happening is very, very small. And a massive CME directly hitting a planet, dead on, straight on, head on, however you want to say it, it's pretty low. It's unpredictable though. The sun goes through what we call 11-year cycles, where the likeliness to get hit by any of these is either very high or very low. In 2017, this year, almost 2018, it is at a slow point. We surely will not get hit. But in 2022, 5 years from now, Earth could possibly be hit by one of these massive CMEs very, very easily. CMEs, they are very dangerous to humans and anything that's living, anything that has life. CMEs produce high energy particles that are dangerous, and it produces a lot of radiation. But the reason that we are still here today is because Earth itself is protecting us. There's a layer around Earth that's magnetic. It acts like a shield against radiation. That's why we're not burnt toast. This magnetic field also protects the technology we have here on Earth. And if any of these shields, the atmosphere, the magnetic field of Earth, were to weaken or to go away, we would be extremely affected from these. If a big CME hit Earth, it would ruin human society. It would bring society back to the industrial era. But these coronal mass ejections, they wouldn't affect Earth. They would only affect the things on Earth. Earth itself would just be like Mars. It would either have no atmosphere or magnetic field to protect it. It would be just balls of rock. There would be nothing living. No water, nothing to survive. These CMEs could be so powerful, it could destroy fossil fuels and any electric energy we have here on Earth. We would have to find different types of energy to live off of. The magnetic field on Earth has currently, in the last 1,100 years, it's been weakening because there's something called a reversal in the magnetic poles here on Earth, where north and south become south and north. This is a natural process, and Earth has had it many times over its lifetime. But it's happening right now. Earth is weak, very vulnerable. When these coronal mass ejections hit Earth, they do not directly impact Earth itself. They bounce off because of that one shield, that magnetic field around Earth. It protects us and allows us to still live without being affected by the coronal mass ejection. There have been two major CMEs in Earth's lifetime that is documented. One powerful CME directly hit Earth. It was on September 2nd, 1859. But thankfully, Earth was not as technically advanced. It did not depend on the technology we have today. So, society was fine. No one was hurt. And everyone was still happy and living and thriving. Because they depended on horses. And they depended on light and not electric or fossil fuels. The other CME that is closely related happened on July 23rd, 2012, not long ago. This CME was a very close call. If Earth had been 9 days slower than it was at that time, this coronal mass ejection would have hit Earth dead on. Modern society would be affected because in 2012, that's when you had a phone, a cell phone. That's when you could use a TV at your own pleasure without being rich or famous or a billionaire. But because that CME just barely missed Earth, we're still here. We are still so advanced. We have iPhones, we have laptops, we have Nooks, we have cars, we have everything nowadays because this CME was just a tad bit late. So let me ask you this. If a CME hit Earth, how would we get our energy after fossil fuels and electric energy was torn away from society? There are other ways to get energy. There's the use of water, the use of sun and solar energy, or even the use of the wind or atmosphere, the weather that's so very special to Earth. These types of energy are reliable to fight against the setback that coronal mass ejections have on today's society. If we use these society techniques to get technology, to get energy, and we were hit by a coronal mass ejection so hard, we could be going throughout life just like normal the very next day, instead of having to be set back hundreds of years to the Industrial Revolution. One major concern that CMEs would affect is technology, transportation of that technology. Transportation is one of the most basic needs of a human or anything living. Transportation is the act of moving something from one place to another. How you lean to one side and go to the other side, that is transportation of your body, of your molecules. Transportation is very much needed in today's society. It has changed society's economic development, expansion, and even country formations and global connections. It has changed the availability that we have. We could not be able to go to work tens of thousands of miles away without this. We would not have airplanes. It would take months and years to get around the world in a boat. We would have to use livestock and the wind and little inventions like wagons or horse-pulled carriages, or the only natural thing we have that we were born with, our own 2 feet. We would have to use these things to get around, to act as transportation, instead of what we use now, like airplanes and jets and cars and bicycles and anything that was used in energy that we did not have before. CMEs, at the same time as they are deadly, could be very, very helpful if people would actually use their heads. The energy from a CME could power today's human society for 2 million years. If we found a way to harvest this energy, to take the energy that's hit Earth over 70 times a year, we would be set for as long as the sun lives. And the sun will live a long time. It has only used 99.9%. It has only used 0.1% of its own energy to this day. The sun, using fusion, the creation of atoms being pulled together, being forced together, the creation of helium from hydrogen, creates this energy. This energy is so powerful. This energy that sometimes, if we take that energy, people might use it to hurt. The only reason people do not go for collecting this energy is that others might want to use it to hurt everyone else. It would be the destruction of Earth from the humans on it. That is the only reason why it has not been harvested. CMEs are coronal mass ejections, or bursts of energy into the solar system. They are deadly to living organisms because of the radiation they bring. They could knock out technology, change society, set back our own evolution hundreds of thousands of years. But they're still living. Coronal mass ejections have not won, because even though they're so powerful and happen so often, they have bad aim. They do not hit Earth dead on. They are reflected off of Earth, because Earth has a shield. It has a savior called a magnetic field around it. And these could be the reason that humans either evolve more, create new ways of energy, or the destruction of us all.